Alright, so I was watching some YouTube videos on how to get more subscribers, and they said in the first couple of seconds you want to have something on the screen that just draws people in and makes them want to watch your video. So I trimmed my beard up this morning, and so I think we shouldn't have any problem now. So I got this piece of wood. This is a big heavy piece of driftwood, well, not heavy, but a big thick piece of driftwood stick. I'm going to make a hiking stick. And going back and looking at my old videos, a lot of people seem to like scary looking hiking sticks. So I'm going to try to make a really scary looking hiking stick, and hope you all stick around and watch the video, and we'll carve them out. I've got I drew up a picture of a skull. I don't know if you can see it there. There we go. So I'm going to try to put that into this and see how it turns out. It's going to be 3D. It won't be quite that flat. So, but anyways, we're going to try to get it in there, and let's see what it looks like. Here we go. Alright, so we're starting out carving this stick. Just going to start out carving the face of that skull in there. When I started carving this, I was planning on putting him like in like a hoodie or a hooded sweatshirt. You'll see as I kind of go into this, it kind of turned more into a flames more than a sweatshirt. Very hot sweatshirt, I guess. Now I'm just using a Dremel for all this rough in. And a flame burr, and I started just cleaning it up with that the little micro motor, little diamond bit, just for sanding and smoothing it out a little bit. Here, once I got them smoothed out, I took this ball end mill and just kind of roughed him up, make him look like he was old or decaying skull. I didn't want it to be smooth. I wanted it to look real rough. put in a smaller tipped end mill. This one goes down to almost a needle point down on the end for doing these little itty bitty teeth. Also, I had a one of the little diamond grit bits, just for sanding the teeth to shape a little bit. This was a idea I wished I would have had just a little bit sooner. I would have put the snake up a little bit higher on his head, but I had already cut out a lot of wood up on top of his head, and then I had the idea to put it up there. Still was able to get it all in, but I had cut down in a little bit further into his head than I wanted to. A lot of sticks whenever you find them. This one I found along a stream, just washed up in a bunch of other sticks. And a lot of them, we find them like that, they're already split down the side. This one already had a big split. I cut one of them off at the top, probably about I cut about 3 or 4 inches off the top of the stick before I started. That cut one of them out. I still had one going down there. I don't worry about them. I think they just add character to it, and I just carve around them. Little diamond tip flame bits are a really fast way to add small scales to stuff. Simple yet effective. Alright, well, it's a new day. Storm came in yesterday pretty quick, blew in, and I put everything away, and then it didn't rain, but I got this guy. He's coming along pretty good. I added another little skull off camera last night because it was still threatening to storm, so I was just playing around a little bit. Did a little bit of cleanup, but gonna get back at it today and see if we can make something out of this thing. Here we go. These wheels like this, I think Saber, or I forget what the other name of the other one is, the other company that makes this, but that wheel like that works really good for just removing wood. If you're doing, here I was doing flames and I just needed to go in pretty deep along there and be able to cut around the flames. And, this just removed that wood that I needed out of there really nice and fast. Once I got the main grooves in, I just took the Dremel and put that flame bit back in, for obviously for carving flames, no pun intended. And Just doing all the little cleanup and stuff. Adding some small flame details up towards the top. This one I was actually removing enough wood that I could get a couple different layers of flame, so it was kind of neat to play around with the different layers. Put in a few minutes of cleaning that up so you guys could see how I clean up in between the flames down in the corners there and stuff. And I skipped on down below the handle and started carving this little guy. I just kept flipping that stick back and forth, trying to keep the design the same on both sides of his head, close as I could. Trying to keep that flame detail theme going further down the stick. I was trying to add that tooth detail without actually being able to see the teeth. They're actually going down into the, look like they're going down into the handle there. I didn't want to carve too much away around that mouth. I didn't want the stick to get too thin, so I left it probably about an inch diameter there. So we got this carving nearly done, and when I was chucking it in that vise, sanding this shaft down, I accidentally dropped it. I haven't used that vise very much. I dropped it. It hit right on the end, and it cracked right here at the mouth of this dragon. So I had to do two choices: either use it for firewood or try to fix it. So I don't have time tonight, but I think tomorrow what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and fill this crack here up with super glue tonight. Get as much super glue down in there as I can. And tomorrow I'm going to cut a groove right down in here. I'm going to put in a piece of 3/8 birch plywood, about this long, and shove it in at least halfway, maybe 3/4 of the way in, and then glue it all in with wood glue. I'll show you how I do it. And then I'll just recarve the birch to match the rest of the stick. So it doesn't always go as planned. So we're gonna take this one in stride, and we're gonna fix it and make it stronger than it was, and still make a nice hiking stick out of it. So we'll see you tomorrow. So the plywood I had was 1/2 inch, so I had to cut a 1/2 inch groove down into there. And, this worked out really well. I was surprised how well it did work. That stick was still like I said, a 1 inch diameter, which should have been plenty strong for a hiking stick, but it must have been a little bit, I don't know, just dried out too much in there. But anyways, it's all fixed up now. I just put in a bunch of glue, made this piece of plywood fit in there nice and tight. That made it plenty strong right there. I just carved it back in. I think when that broke, I was about 10 hours into this, so I really didn't want to throw it away.
Alright, well I got the carving done. Hell's Fury. That's what I'm going to call it, I think. Turned out pretty cool looking, but I tried some oil on it and I didn't like the color that it turned, so I think I'm going to go ahead and paint some of this a little bit, and then I may stain the rest of it, maybe from the head down or something. I may do something with paint up here. Not really sure how it's going to work out, but we're going to give it a shot and see what we can come up with. Here we go.
I got them all patched up and started painting them here. I put that gold down on the dragon. I like to put that gold underneath and then put the green over top. It really it makes a neat look for a dragon. I was going to put just a clear coat on here, and didn't like the color that wood was turning with the just the oil on it. It was just kind of a real drab grayish brown. So I decided to do something a little different. I probably could have gone with the stuff I ended up putting on at the end as Polyshades Classic Oak. Probably could have put that stain on the whole thing. Fine, but I love the way the paint job turned out, so kind of happy I did this. That gold down, and then I water the green down and do like a green wash basically over top of that gold. The gold just shows right through it. It was around 100 degrees outside, well, so I decided to move this inside. Storms were threatening again the evening that I was painting this, and so I just brought everything inside because I have a fan on outside over top of me to try to keep me a little bit cooler, but in 100-degree heat with the fan blowing, it's really hard to keep your paint wet. It dries up in your little pan there before you can get it on the carving. I just took some orange and mixed a lot of water with it to just get a base coat of orange down on all these flames. I lightly carved the flames into the handle, but kept it a little bit smoother so that it wouldn't be real rough to hold on to right there. paint the snake's head there. Had to touch that up. Here I just mixed a bunch of water with some red paint and just going up through all the low spots. Took a damp cloth and kind of blended that all in. Alright, so I got the carving all done, and I want to put a coat of stain on here, I think, just to darken this up a little bit and maybe antique it a little bit. I'm going to use a classic oak, Minwax classic oak. It's poly shades. It already has the polyurethane in it. And I'm going to try a coat of that and see what it looks like. Really not sure how it's going to turn out, but we're never sure how anything's going to turn out until we try it. So we're going to just give this a shot. Alright, we got this week's carving done. Turned out really cool looking. I put that poly shades polyurethane on here. It gave it a new level. Really turned out neat looking. The stick did get a little bit darker going down the shaft, but it really came out a nicer color than I thought it was going to. A little bit of classic oak, I think it was. And the snake turned out really neat. Going right through the flames there. Well, you guys watched me carve this, and it just kind of took on a life of its own once I got past this. I had the drawing of this first head part, and then it just kind of went from there. And I really love how it turned out. So anyways, if you liked the video, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, and we'll see you next Friday. We'll have put out another video and try to make something cool. So thanks for watching. Alright, that was a fun one. We had all the highs and lows that the carving can bring. So see you all next week.